Hey everyone, it is nostalgia time once again. And in the last episode, we took a look at a Chinese tablet machine by a company called Aigo. That's AIGO. So, in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the OEM install of another tablet machine. This is actually the Samsung QB1, which I believe came in a standard version and in an ultra version. But the interesting thing about this is that Samsung chose to preload XP onto it, but at the same time, sort of make it compatible with Windows Vista. So you usually see this when you're installing Windows XP with a copy you bought from the store or with the OS and only the OS restore disk provided by your computer manufacturer. So I'm sure you all know how the Windows XP setup goes. And on this install, looks like we're seeing a bunch of different screens here. So I'm going to click next, accept the agreement, which doesn't normally do that on a retail copy. It normally asks for the license agreement even before get to this point. So there's that on-screen keyboard that confirms that this is Tablet PC Edition. Unlike that other one, we were running XP Home Service Pack 3. This one is from 2006, so it should be running Service Pack 2. We'll confirm that. And because this is just your generic retail copy from Samsung, there's no Samsung branding or anything like that. So check your connectivity. No, we will not register with Microsoft. You're just going to use this computer. I will, of course. And thank you, you're ready to go. We'll just click finish and we'll load right to the desktop. With the on-screen keyboard in the classic theme, because earlier on in the Gateway mini-series, once we reached this point, the on-screen keyboard turned into the Luna theme, but I'm guessing it was a Gateway modified copy. But here we go. It looks like there's still some more things to install. And here we are. Here it is. Tablet PC Edition 2005. The standard retail copy. There is no Samsung branding here other than the Samsung Electronics that was mentioned during the setup. Not sure what page it's trying to open, but here's the tutorial. But that's not all. There's more to the story. Next, we have a software disk, which will install all of the software and drivers that originally came with the device. This says, what is System Software Media? It's a CD provided by Samsung to enable the easy reinstallation of drivers and software in the event of a system crash. So we'll just run a standard installation and ask, why is it asking Internet Explorer? But whatever, we'll click OK. And now it will begin installing all of the original drivers and software. So this is actually kind of similar to that one gateway that we took a look at back in the, I believe it was the second part of the Gateway miniseries. So on that one gateway in episode 2 of that miniseries, it only installed the software. However, it pasted a program onto the root of the C drive, and then I would have to run that program and make sure that that software disk was still in the drive, so that way it could then install all of the original factory software and some of the additional components like Adobe Reader 6, Music Match, and all the other drivers. So this is kind of what's happening here. And as you can see, a custom wallpaper was just set, and it is installing all of the tablet components. So we'll just wait for all those to install. So as the installation completes here, you can see all of Samsung's programs. However, the battery manager cannot run as it is not the BIOS for battery manager. You can see it is installing all of the software updates that were pre-packaged by Samsung. So now let's take a look around. You can see the start menu is actually kind of small, so they actually managed to get everything to fit. Here, let's see if I can look while it flashes on me. So we have the typical XP accessories here, so nothing special to see. I'm assuming you just get the standard XP games, including the exclusive ink ball to this edition. Yep. And McAfee's trial is also on here. We also have the Microsoft Touch Pack. And I see we have some of its stuff already waiting for us on the desktop. And then we have Samsung's Touch Kit. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. And then we also have Adobe Reader 7. And that's really about it. But there is actually one more CD that I want to take a look at, plus a bonus. And now it says it wants us to restart. And that is what we will do right now. And now we get the on-screen keyboard in the Luna theme. Oh, great. Runtime error during a shutdown. Love that. And there's the battery manager warning again. But we do not need that. So now that all the software has been installed, there's actually a couple more discs I want to take a look at. This one is an AV Station Restore CD. So I want to see what that one does. But while we wait for that, let's take a look. So Touch Kit is, of course, touchscreen controllers. Let's see, what is dial keys? Please go to the control panel to install and configure system components. So is that what those were? Because I saw the dial keys for a split second. Show hide. Okay. So what this essentially is, it's like an on-screen keyboard, like a secondary on-screen keyboard. I guess sort of an enhanced one from XP. So I can just pull up the run menu and I can show and hide dial keys. But then we have white thumb pads. Let's see it in the black thumb pad style. So here, let's see. I can just type a command and then it'll do it like so. This is the enter key here. Is that enter? Oh, this is enter. But there we go. So it acts just like the standard on-screen keyboard in Windows XP. So here it is, Tablet PC Edition. I'm not going to make you sit through the classic thing again. So I think that's what that AV Station was. But essentially that's it for the software CDs. Alright, let's hide the dial keys because there's still a couple more things I want to look at. So that's what this is. This is AV Station Premium version 3.75, which is a media player. It's a custom media player. And then we have the program launcher. And something just happened. might be related to the touch pack here. So we have a customize tool. So these are essentially different categories, and then here are some shortcuts you can add to different categories. So program launcher is essentially like a one-stop shop for everything. So you have shortcuts to various things and whatnot. But yeah, unfortunately it cannot start because there's no proper drivers. But there is Sudoku on here. This is like a very early implementation of Microsoft Sudoku. So yeah, essentially that's what it is. So there's one last thing I'd like to show. On this flash drive here is actually a custom theme that Samsung made for Windows XP. You know, back in the day, many people were curious as to where those fake Windows Longhorn sounds came from. So many people associate Longhorn very well with these fan-made sounds. And I actually do have I do have the complete sound list here. Yeah, aside from all the stuttering, do those sound familiar? So then on this, you can switch between the Windows XP theme and the Samsung digital theme. But when we lock the system, watch what happens. It didn't do the sound for some reason, but this is what it looks like. And for some reason the log off sound is not playing. It is not playing for some reason, but it is set up. This is what it's supposed to sound like. Yeah, that's what that theme is supposed to sound like. So once the Samsung theme was discovered, this pretty much answered everybody's questions as to where the fake Longhorn sounds originated from. So, why don't we turn this thing off with the Samsung theme applied and hear that beautiful shutdown sound. But with that, that is it for the Samsung QB1 and concludes our short little mini series on tablet PCs. I'm sure we'll find a little more later, but for now, that's going to be it. So, in our next episode, we're going to begin another massive mini series, but you'll have to come back next time and find out what manufacturer it will be. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.